So our next VOD is going to be Skurg playing Widowmaker at 3100. So that's gonna be exciting.
Where's the best spot for Centaur, really?
So let's see what Skurg has to say. This is Junkertown competitive. My biggest weakness is hero flexibility. Would switching to X hero have been better? Help, please. Ooh, I love talking about flexibility and what is good or what is bad in a given situation. So this is going to be Widowmaker at 3100. Let's get it.
5.
If they do dive, like we have nade and turrets.
It looks like we're 6-stacking. PogChamp, a 6-stack. PogChamp. That means we're gonna have comms and no one's gonna tilt. Sounds good. This is an interesting Widow spot, and I do like it. You should be able to get the shot off on this break. Your crosshair looks like it's gonna be a little bit too low, so if you fire right now, you're not gonna hit her. But this is like an interesting, like a decent spot for Widow, just because you do have like a pretty good sight line. Ideally, like spots like these are good, specifically because you're gonna be able to watch a really large area. So whether you do this on the left side or the right side is completely up to you and where you like to start. I like to start right side. Lots of Widowmakers like to start on the left side just because that way they can watch the doorway up here for an enemy Widow. I do like that you have it mined at the start, which is always really, really, really good. Yeah, that's the command you're looking for.
Like a Widow.
That's up.
Brig on the right.
So Reaper just TP'd behind us. Why did we walk into him? Why?
We have nade
Like,
and turrets.
fine, we meant to trap below us and we missed it. Ideally, what you do there, since you know he's behind you, you turn 180 degrees and put the mine behind you instead of in front of you, right? We heard him TP, so keep turning here, right? Instead of trying to aim our trap here or here, turn 180 degrees, put it behind us where the Reaper is more likely to actually go. And don't chase the Reaper. Like, don't walk backwards into close range. You're a Widowmaker.
Where is he? Yeah, back left. Coming up.
Widow got me. The only heal's on her right now. Just
Interesting. So we're running Sim,
They're all purple.
Widowmaker, and Hog.
Reaper left side.
Hogarissa on a Zen.
There's
down
the Mega
Brig.
Rig.
We traded 2.
Monkey's on me.
We've got a good place to hold.
Monkey's left by the mini.
Nice. Took your time there to make sure you get the shot. To get the monkey, and now you know where the Widow is. Readjust your position. Okay, so dealing with Widow duels. I always talk about this with Widow duels, which is that like the best way to win a Widow duel is to not know where the for the other Widowmaker to not know where you are. Right? Their Widowmaker had the opportunity to kill you because you peeked and shot their Winston, and you didn't know where she was. So that was his opportunity to headshot you. But once you're engaged in this Widow 1v1, utilize this wall to your advantage. And as soon as you guys have like exchanged more than 1 or 2 shots at each other, this is where you like adjust your position. So go over here or go to your right over here and adjust your position so he's not like, what's going to happen is after he takes 1 or 2 shots of you in this little location, he's going to just preset his scope right there and wait for you to walk into it and kill you. So you need to change your position so you don't get like he body shot you, but if his crosshair had been placed better, he would have headshot you.
Thank you for taking that for me. Sim.
Take your time with these shots.
Reaper's
Reaper's
behind.
behind.
can
He's going
count.
up top. Widow, look out.
You hear him to your right. You hear him to your right. So listen to the footsteps. You hear him to your right. Again, the other thing, right, for detecting this Reaper, he's always going to be on the flank, right? His instinct, we've already seen it happen once where he just like TP'd into the center of your team and then walked around. As soon as you've decided that you're going to hold somewhere as Widowmaker, make sure you're placing your trap somewhere, right? Like make sure you have that early warning system other than just his footsteps approaching you.
Still one behind cars.
2 health.
I can't play Lucio with their comp.
Yeah, no, the Reaper makes it tough. We can't get in on him.
For popping sights, I don't think it's valuable. We're not gonna win. Like we're not gonna win the fight here, no matter what. And I don't think having the sight advantage like gives you anything. Even if you get a pick here because of the wall hack, it doesn't matter because your whole team is resetting. It'd be much better to hold on to that.
He's in here.
Yeah, we could switch. And
then that way you have it when your team is 6. Don't peek their Widow while she has sights up. So you can hear her hooking top right above you. And she just hit your trap.
Yep.
Okay, I roll miles.
So
away.
interesting where you're choosing to look and where you're choosing to set up. So I wouldn't stay on the low ground there, right? You have, we heard the Widowmaker hook. We know their Widowmaker is here. Their Widow is there, but we still have all of this high ground to position off of, and that's gonna let us actually watch the sightlines that we're trying to protect here, right? Because if we pause right here, right, where is the enemy team going to be pushing from? They're going to be coming from over here. We know their Widowmaker is watching here. And this entire flank, all the way up to here, is also under their control because our tanks are set up here. So, as Widowmaker, if you're positioned anywhere on the high ground along this pink line, you have sightlines of all of this. So you can see that there's a Reaper there. Right? As soon as your Widow Mine gets hit here by their Widowmaker, you should immediately be looking at, do I need to place a Widow Mine up here to protect my supports? Right? This is option 1. Do I want to replace my mine under here to prevent someone from going here? Do I want to replace my mine up here while I take nearby so that I don't get caught out by the enemy Widowmaker? But I wouldn't just play down in the bottom here because there's nothing that you're going to be able to see from this spot.
Be aware of the Reaper.
Right? Like, you're just AD strafing and the Reaper comes in.
Miles away and it's still getting. Sweet.
Like, look where you are now. How much better would this position have been if you'd been here the whole time? Jello hook, smile. I love Jello hook.
Yeah, I have nano.
Jello hook, fun. Jello hook, so fun.
Nano hog.
It was definitely in the floor. Okay, so we're gonna go again.
Alright.
She's gonna have
Hey,
close
Leslie,
spawn
what's-
though.
Let them come through door. As soon as door
I'm gonna
closes,
stick with
we use nano hog.
exclusive.
So again, place your trap somewhere up ahead. We need to be setting our trap.
Just like that.
Caught the Widow.
No, they have a lot of.
She's gonna have peek advantage now, and she has shield, so you want to be careful about
we don't have a
peeking that
shield.
doorway.
That's
And I would look to reposition. I wouldn't hold this low ground position.
Reaper behind you guys.
Nice shot.
Alright, we need shield tank.
So, high ground is a good choice.
Oh, yeah.
But it's sad that we're taking this choice after.
No one can hide from my sight.
And again, we're popping ult
I'm just gonna-
when our team is respawning and resetting, where it doesn't matter what picks we get here.
Good stun.
Look at him. Dude, go on, go.
I would be very careful about positioning yourself out in the open here. You have no cover anywhere. If the enemy Widow takes Fidget Spinner, you lose that duel.
Let's go. We're all purple.
Swing on him, swing on him.
Nice shot. And then again, I was gonna say reposition yourself because the enemy Widow now knows where you are and you're out in the open. So she catches you.
Our healing orb, Kilberg.
So you always want to reposition
Widow.
as soon as, like, if you take a shot or you get a couple shots off and you don't know where the other Widow is, you need to move.
Best part about
Because she will come find you.
range. Snipers can't get away from me.
Best part about ulting Rhymes is when they can't
They're
ult.
vulnerable.
So, nice. Good call that the Roadhog's underneath and you're going to trap it.
They have walls, they have walls.
The Reaper hits it.
Play it safer.
And that deters him from going on the flanks. That's really good. That's a perfect example of why you want to trap there.
They know where you
Fire
are,
from the
Widow.
Reaper. Reaper's gonna be dropping in from high ground somewhere. Peel back from card a little bit.
Oh, nice. Too bad I wasn't charged, but nice.
Dummy's anti.
Okay, well, what are you going to do here? You can't just stand here. You have to make a decision. You're either going to hook to your left or your right. You're either going to hook to your left and reposition, or you're going to peek the right and actually take the shot. But you can't just stand here and
Sniper, be careful.
nice shot.
Now I feel it.
Hey, I'm low on healing. I'm gonna have to start playing more aggressive. So I'm only gonna use balls right now.
Get here.
So I would take Fidget Spinner. Don't delay on it here. There's no point walking to cart. Take Fidget Spinner.
Now you're really
Wow.
low on healing.
Well, now I have full healing, so.
And again, take your time with these shots. Like, position your crosshair, and then, like, either take your time and place your shot and wait for them to walk into your crosshair, or flick to the target.
Shield up.
But don't be in between. Oh, she got you, because again, you're out in the open, right? You don't have any cover to retreat behind.
Shadow behind.
And you're gonna see it from her death cam.
Got another good hold.
That look what she has to protect herself, right? The nearest wall is not that far away. She also has all of this vertical bullshit to hide behind. And what do you have? Nothing.
We have
Wanda's dead.
Now you have my attention.
what are we doing with
We
that?
have 5 ults.
So again, popping ult
My sight.
for no reason here.
We need point presence.
Okay, we got one more fight here.
So you knew where their widow was. You should take the shot on her first, right? If you shut her down, you shut down there and look like from where she's standing right here. This is her sightline. When you have walls, this is your opportunity to just win the duel.
Go for a big grab. I'm gonna go for a nano.
Ready to touch.
So reposition here, right? If you need to kill this widow and you can't, and their whole team is blocked by a shield and you can't shoot them, reposition. Move somewhere else so that you can get the sight line you want. Right? Don't just idle and wait. You can't wait for opportunity to come. You have to create opportunities.
Fuck, I was about to press the click. Oh, get the whip.
Oh my god, you're popping off. Oh my god!
Nice job, Scrooge.
You popped off!
Oh my god, that.
I like it. I like it. We get some booty for it too.
Sorry, yeah. That was a good bubble.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tense.
You handle pressure well, kid. I like it.
Alright, they no longer
He had
have
3
any
headshots.
You hit the shots that are hard, but we need to get you to hit the shots that are easy too.
I'm playing back left. If you guys are on their side of card, I can't see.
Make sure that someone checks our left, so
Yeah,
that
I
way
got-
we know
I
where
got
the
eyes
widow
open.
is.
They don't have a widow. They have a McCree and a Sombra.
Oh, they swapped. Sombra's on
swapped.
point somewhere.
Someone's coming for me.
Nice shot. There we go again.
Nice, they're down.
All right.
DPS. Push
See
it.
how much better this is once you have sightlines? And like once you have a position that suits you? This widow reminds me of why my widow, not gonna lie. Calling yourself out.
Blocked off this this.
This is good. We're popping off now. It took a little bit.
Ready for Sombra.
It took us the whole map to kind of get here, but this is how we should be playing Widow every time. So now reposition, right?
If you
Reposition.
I'm gonna nano Ryan.
There, you don't have to play passive anymore. Go take that high ground above the
Oh, I
payload,
have coalescence again, by the way.
right? There's no reason to hide and wait for them to engage on your team. You can control that
One
sightline.
in here. Or Hog, I mean.
You can control that sightline.
Ryan's coming to main.
Right now, you're gonna reposition,
Right.
but you could have done this earlier.
Grab it, you see
Like
it.
by not controlling that sightline, you're
just
giving
got-
control of the fight to the enemy
Got
team.
my ult.
Nice shot.
Okay.
There's a Reinhardt here.
Hog, stay with
And your instinct, unfortunately, was to throw your trap and not to hook away. Feels bad.
My body didn't even hit the fucking.
Oh my god, that was a big slam. You go Tracer to come for the stall.
I'm sleeping.
Ryan, kill Ryan.
You're tracking.
Hog me in.
Oh, no heal.
Your aim's lagging a little
Yeah,
bit
Ryan's already-
on targets, which might just mean you need to up your sensitivity like a smidge.
Nano, or we need to get Ryan's charge.
Yeah, let me heal, let me heal.
Anna, come back.
Recall! Oh, you didn't have it. Fuck. I'm dumb.
Justice ain't gonna
Yeah, they're gonna be
dismiss.
coming
They're
in
gonna
low.
come through this door.
Watch for a big anti.
We're gonna go
Can't
McCree
come through.
Remain,
Ryan,
remain.
for this final fight.
He's left. No, he's not.
He wasted his ult.
Reaper bottom right.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see
Don't have
that.
a Zarya anymore.
Nice headshot on him.
Let's go, let's go.
This is very wannable.
I got you, Ryan. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, unfortunate that you have to reload right as you flash him.
No healing left.
Nice, nice, nice.
There we
Like,
go.
ideally you reload flash,
Big.
and then you fan the hammer, roll fan the hammer, the hog, to kill him really quickly.
Taking this enough, what you did?
just be careful of these like panic end of the fight situations that you're not like playing right on the payload and giving up a good position. Like it ended up being fine because you guys had man advantage, but
Yeah,
be careful that you're not like giving up good position just to fight on cart.
Switch attack.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to Widow, and
There's a glitch on
there,
Dorado too.
there are a couple things that I'm noticing are really throwing your Widow off, which is you take a long time to find a good position.
No, fair.
You take a long time to adjust your positions,
Like it's-
and
Not me as
you don't. It doesn't seem like you're thinking about the sight line.
Wonder what sort of web you're spinning now.
Like you're not thinking about what areas you're trying to control and deny by playing Widowmaker, which I think is something you should start doing. That's like the biggest reason that Widow is so strong, is when you control the sightline as Widowmaker, it means the enemy team has to choose a route specifically to avoid you.
3, 2, 1. Attack.
Hey, whoa.
We're gonna take right side,
But yeah, you're right.
looking for some heads.
Bastion.
I don't think you were gonna shoot anything there regardless.
Doing that thing.
Get off there, get off of there, get off of there. So you, as soon as you like go for that shot and you miss, you're immediately gonna get pressured by this Bastion. And there's you saw the heal orb, the damage orb coming at you from the Moira. Like you immediately have to abandon that position.
Versus discorded. She messed up her shield. Yeah, forgot. What a nerd.
Reaper behind us.
Reaper's inside.
Yeah, you can't just stand out of cover and hope that nothing bad happens to you.
Now you have my
Hey, DM do that VOD. First map is interesting. Okay, sounds good, Wood.
Run north, going north, keep going around.
Go back. Mercy.
Nice headshot.
Mercy. Hog.
So not really a valuable
Them
Widow mine placement.
have a Reaper.
Clean sweep.
They're gonna.
Oh, nice shot. Too bad I wasn't all the way charged, but you know what? Nice shot.
He's gonna jump out the window. I'm gonna stay right now.
Like, I get booped down as Widow by Pharah. I hook back up and make it into a jump shot onto the enemy Mercy. I even have it as a clip, but I don't hit them when they are jumping and walking around. Ah, so you play well under pressure, but you do nothing when, you do nothing to prevent the pressure situations from happening. You're a clutch player. To avoid being a clutch player, you have to practice making those shots, like the shots at the beginning count. Like you have to practice them.
They're giving it to us.
They give it to us? Awesome.
It comes with practice and being like aware. Like you can't autopilot and just be like aiming at stuff. Oh my god. That's actually really funny. I was like, wait, are you...
I'm gonna see it in a second.
Like, it's unfortunate that you missed that shot, but also the Reaper just like waiting for you to show up is pretty funny.
I'm just gonna drop on us here.
Like, there's no... I don't know that you had any way of knowing that the Reaper was there,
Now you have my
but you played really aggro and got punished for it.
Nice, son. Nice. Yo, I'm halfway on heals, so I gotta start.
And I guess the thing with playing aggro is you can only play as aggro as you have the mechanics to support. And I think when you're missing easy shots and occasionally hitting like really nice shots like that, it's like I don't think you have the mechanics to support playing super aggro.
Okay.
Because you hit the clutch shots, but you don't hit the easy shots.
Versus half.
Okay. Yeah, they both have their ult.
Oh, it's discorded? We can burn him here. Let's check the person back.
Shout for ult.
Oh, they have a Widow, I forgot.
They have a Widow, I forgot. Unfortunate.
No, let them waste both tank ults.
Nice job predicting where she was gonna be because of the Orisa beam. Nice, nice. Very well done.
Need heals.
Walk back, walk back.
I'm just gonna try to figure it.
Okay, so when he fades like that, that's your opportunity to use hook
Koopa,
to
Koopa,
get
guys.
into a safer position.
Yeah. Wait for everyone. Wait for everyone. Just wait for everyone.
Fall back, fall back.
I have grab.
Oh, there's pushing on me here. There's
My
gonna die.
ultimate is charging.
Yeah, they staggered. They staggered us
How
hard.
did I get hooked for a shield?
Hard.
I wouldn't hook.
Right side.
I wouldn't put trap there. Like they're not gonna push that far. Where you really want your trap to be is either where your crosshair is placed now in this window, somewhere in this hallway, or somewhere along here to prevent like their Widow from taking the space and coming to snipe your spawn. You don't really get any like value here unless their Reaper gets really brave.
Yeah, right side, right side. Closer to the
I've got
blood.
my ult.
Don't we want high ground?
80%,
Whereas Reaper just
yeah.
takes it.
Wait, stop. I'm gonna throw an orb from the top, then I'll come to you guys. Don't push in yet.
I might need this later.
That's too much time.
Reaper behind, Reaper behind, Reaper behind.
So they control the space, so hooking up into their space isn't like advantageous unless you know you can hit that shot, right, and get that pick. Otherwise, you need to like be like trying to clear an angle somewhere, probably on your left.
Reaper's up top now.
That's why we want high ground.
Widow's
Right, so the angle that you can clear, if the enemy team is controlling all of this, and your team is trying to push in this way, then the angle that you control is right here, right? You move into this bottom doorway position, and you start looking to control this sightline.
top
We
left.
got,
Maybe you wanted
we
to
gotta
scout
take
for
that
Widow?
high ground from them.
I mean, I wouldn't use Hook just to scout, though.
Yeah, just back out.
It looked like you got a really random frame drop there, and it cut to you.
Okay, come back to this.
Everyone high ground. Group up, everyone high ground. Back up.
Good job hooking into
Go high
safety.
ground, watch for Reaper.
And then again, be careful of just standing out in the open here, right?
High
If their Widow
Nobody
peeks you here, especially since she has walls, you die. This is a lot better,
Who's it?
right? Using this water tower as cover is way better.
Back up, back up.
Push him, push him, push him. Throw a hack.
Reaper can die, Reaper can die.
You're going for the hook shot. Pressuring the Mercy. Nice, we're gonna kill her.
Please go, please go.
Nice shot.
Everyone on cart, everyone on cart, we need it's just good. Ryan and Sombra, you should be the only two,
Our team managed to take some space and we popped off. Feels good.
That's
they're gonna give it to us.
I disagree. No, that's coming.
Hey, Reaper, it's all
Come on, throw. Where was left?
So again, it's like missing the easy shots here, right?
No.
And these shots really matter.
Get back on the high ground.
Oh, hey, Functional. Good to see you, Mr. Angry Homo.
I have him.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah, that's all.
But yes, this player being early on sites has
EMP
been
first
recurring
target is,
through this whole VOD.
Either Reaper.
That's the only reason I don't
or
point it out anymore, because I've said it like, I think I said it like 3 times on attack. Oh, that would have been a nice hook shot.
Yeah, Summer's gonna EMP behind. Summer, just go up to you. Don't try.
You see her. Nice shot.
Up nice and nice. He's gonna go right side.
Oh,
Sound-
nice! Ah!
They're down 2 though.
Oh, you're gaming.
We're down 2, we're fine.
You're gaming! Alright. This is how we want to play the entire time.
Reaper just put it up in front. Reaper can die. Good.
Keep going.
Oh, just put it.
Oh dang, Zen's your only healer. Zen needs help, Zen needs help, our Zen needs help. Really bad.
I like how you're just gonna walk up to this, Arissa.
Thank you.
Retake the high ground. You don't need to be on point here.
Oh, come on!
Get off the point! You have a hook!
Reaper just put it. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh well, you don't have a hook, but you have stairs.
I reloaded right when you
Okay, if you pop sights again, I'm gonna scream into the microphone.
Alright, I've grabbed.
Oh,
We have all
our Summer got bad spawn.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're not gonna do it right now.
Conservative about it.
Destroy the horse with the
Yeah, I'm
SMG,
saving,
exactly.
I guess I'm saving for Dragon.
What dragon?
Or if they drop Bongo, I'm gonna pop Trance and literally.
No, it's too early. We're not ready to take an
just switched to
engagement.
I have dragon.
Alright, yeah. So,
You want to pop it as we're taking engages, so that like we have advantage,
this is a little push fast, push fast.
rather than just using it only to scout in advance.
Push, 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 push.
Woo-hoo-hoo! He domed you. Holy shit!
Team up for special attack.
All right, we go Tracer.
You got him, that's all that matters.
I got him.
This is interesting because we have Brian Zarya and dive DPS, and we have had dive DPS this whole time. Oh, he tried to hook you. Jesus.
Especially at how OP he is.
There you go, push him, push him.
The revenge play.
Reaper behind you guys, Reaper behind. Turn on, turn on. Reaper's still behind you guys, right out there.
Good focus on the grab. Oh, I think we lose that here. Yeah, we do. You got hit by the Mr. Hanzo. It was Hanzo on the fidget spinner on Junkertown.
Charging.
Up.
Sure, drop it in the montage emporium, Zen, in the Discord.
This is up here.
Orisa can die.
30 seconds.
What's the ratio? Alright.
Nice. Okay, we got one. We're gonna take the high. Okay.
Reaper's still behind us, Ben.
Nice, you got him. We're gonna focus the Mercy now.
Reaper.
She's one melee her. Find her with the melee. You got her in the head, but the Reaper was right in your face. That Damn. Two people got getting
I'm gonna touch.
caught by that dragon is a real cook.
My ultimate's ready. Let's do it.
Touched it.
Oh, they're low.
Oh, the bomb didn't catch her.
It's the one, it's the one.
Recall. Woo.
Oh,
Okay, unfortunate. You did what you could there. Take your time with that stick just to make sure you get it. Let's talk about Widowmaker. So, your main question, right, was when to switch. I think the thing is, anytime you're not getting value on a hero, so you're not dealing damage, you're not applying pressure, you're not helping take space, you're not contributing to peel and protect of your backline, that's when it's time to switch. And I don't think the reason that you need to switch, or that the reason that, like, you would switch in that scenario is because, like, in the scenario, like, of the match that we just watched, is because, like, Widowmaker is a bad pick. I don't think Widowmaker was the wrong choice at any point in that match. I don't think it was because you weren't doing well on Widow. You could hit the shots that... You could hit some really nice shots as Widowmaker. I think the problem there is that your decision-making is slow. You're taking so long to choose a position, to choose an angle, to choose to reposition, to choose your target, choose when to use your ult. Like, all of these decisions come so late that they're not there when the team actually needs them. Does that make sense? Like, it's not that your mechanics are bad, it's that your mechanics don't match the decisions that you make at all. So let's take some notes. Let's leave some things to think about and to focus on for, like, the next time you play. So for Widowmaker, the biggest things are reposition often. Try and do it like almost every two to three shots. You will lose Widow duels anytime the enemy Widow has peak advantage. Don't let her know where you are, and don't peek the same corner or wall over and over again. Position yourself near cover and be strafing in and out of cover, avoiding standing still wherever possible. Look to abuse holes or gaps in map geometry. And for an example of that, think about how that Widowmaker, the enemy Widowmaker, shot you in the head by waiting for the fidget spinner to move so she had a full view of your head. Widow Mine should almost always be on cooldown, and you want to use it to guard flanks near your team's backline for the perch that you choose to hold. Don't chase people or fight up close. You work best at long to medium range. Practice in Kovacs, training range, deathmatch, however you want to practice taking easy shots. And that's going to mean either place your X hair and wait for the opponent to move into it, or move your mouse to the head and click. Practice, practice, practice. And the biggest thing is going to be play like it's overtime. And what I would say by that is, like, look in these overtime or like end of the game decisions and situations and look at how you play in those situations versus how you're playing in, like, how you're playing the majority of the game. Avoid having downtime on DPS. You should never be doing nothing for more than 2 to 3 seconds. In fact, I'm even gonna just say 2 seconds if you aren't actively regrouping or spawning. That would those would be the things I would think about. And maybe it might be helpful to talk about, like, sightlines on Junkertown, and, like, maybe we'll pop into the training range and talk about those a little bit. But, like, the biggest thing is you need to be doing something, like, on DPS. You cannot just be standing still waiting for the enemy team to walk into you. You can't be waiting for the enemy team to come pick a fight with you. You have to control the pace of the fight, especially in a Widow v Widow situation. If the enemy Widow can just come find you, you're gonna lose the duel most of the time. The next thing is use your ult to assist and engage. Don't use your ult when your teammates are spawning, because picks you get then don't matter. People will just spawn. Don't use your ult when your team can't find people. Knowing where someone is 5 seconds before you fight them is not helpful. And don't use your ult when you can't capitalize off of it. People in their spawn are not people you can click on. So these are the things I would think about for Widowmaker. To answer your question about switching, you should switch anytime. I guess I've already answered this. You should switch anytime, like, the pick that you've chosen can't get value or doesn't synergize well with your team comp, or doesn't do, or, like, is being counterpicked by the enemy team. But I don't think that was your problem in this VOD. Having downtime? I meant having downtime. I probably just mistyped. I can't see when it's black screen like that. I can't see like chat or anything. Feels bad. Kovacs isn't free, but the new workshop mode has some aim trainers that the community built. Exactly. Good point. I totally forgot about the workshop. Thanks, Leet. Yeah, definitely try some of the aim trainers that have been set up in Overwatch as well. But yes, Kovacs is not free, but, like, Kovacs is, like, probably the preferred aim trainer out there. Like, a lot of people really like it. But, like, practice. Like, the biggest thing is practice and like get used to handling your mouse and using your mouse to hit easy shots.